are on the air. Louis, I feel like I'm by myself.
You're not. You got me.
I got you.
And Marie's here.
Oh, Marie's on board?
Marie's on board.
Oh, she
She
waited for the last minute.
I told you they have experience. She's a pro.
She's a pro.
And that's how you can tell the pros, right?
Well, you know something? We're honored today. And first of all, let me say
hi, Marie. How are you? Let's see if she can hear us, first of all.
Yes, I can hear you. You can hear me well.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you very much for joining us. I just want to tell our listeners a little bit about you. And it's an honor, first of all, to have you on board with us. But you've been knighted. And I was taken by that tremendously. I really was. And they refer to you as a dame.
A dame.
A dame. Oh, really?
Yeah, in French it would be dame, but in English you say dame. Yes.
Well, that's
dame means something different here in the States.
Yeah, it does.
It does.
Yeah. But and this you were awarded this because of your humanitarian work, and you were recognized for that. You're also an international author. You've been on ABC, NBC, BBC. I mean, you've been on more networks, and you also appeared in The Secret.
That's correct. Yeah, and the only European.
Quite an honor. Yeah, that's a great book. And speaking of books, I just want to say,
Mike and I were talking about that before the show. By the way, that was The Secret is a big part of my life, and Mike's read it and been through it.
I got a lot from it. I really did.
Amazing.
But you know, I just got done reading this book last week, and I have to tell you, I learned a lot. Louis, you really need to take a look at this.
I will.
You did a great job, and you know what I liked about it, Marie, is the fact that it's a simple read. Mm-hmm. It's a simple read. You don't get into the technical part of it. I mean, to me, I say this is probably Feng Shui for beginners, maybe. I don't know, but it was just, I got so much out of it. And some of the things that are in this book, I do already, which is
amazing.
Pretty cool. Yeah. Like emptying the trash at night. Even if the thing is only quarter full, I take it, put it outside.
Interesting.
The only thing that there's a big difference is where my desk is. You say it should be facing the door. Well, the way my room is configured, I like to look out because I spend an awful lot of time in my office, and I like looking out, see what's going on. Because I live in a very small neighborhood. There isn't a hell of a lot. If I see 4 cars go by, I get very excited. But it's again, I know your resume is incredible. Where you've appeared, what you've done, what you have accomplished, and you know something, Marie. Now you can add something else to that resume. Now you're on the Sicilian Corner. Absolutely.
What a delight. Thank you so much for having me.
Well, it's my pleasure. Where are we talking to? Where are you right now?
I'm right now in Los Angeles.
Okay, you're in LA?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're introducing a bullet train that's going to run from LA to Vegas.
I'd forgotten about that.
Yeah. That's going to be.
I love being on trains because I'm from Europe. So we love going on a train. That's amazing.
You know something, Marie? The United States missed the boat so badly when it comes to train transportation and the infrastructure involved in it. Europe, you can go any way you want.
Correct.
And comfortable and clean.
And
here,
yes.
And here the speed limits get reduced. You go from Boston to New York. I mean, so many times they have to slow down because the tracks can't support high-speed trains, and they're working and fixing it, but it should have never been that way. We should have had people in office that really buckle down and let's do some infrastructure work.
Well,
and
let's hope for the future that this is going to change.
Yeah.
Marie, in Los Angeles, what's the worst example of Feng Shui you've ever seen? What's the thing you look at and go, oh my God, what were they thinking?
Well, I think I would say the highways.
There you go. Yeah.
Because it's always so much traffic, and So, we have traffic in Europe, but I feel like things are better organized because, it's all about flow of energy, Feng Shui. And so I think, even sometimes go from one freeway to the other and they only have like 1 or 2 lanes to get there. And when thinking, who imagined this? It's like, who created this? So I think the freeways, but also, here in LA, of course, you have a lot of hills. So you have the Hollywood Hills, you have the Beverly Hills. So there's a lot of hills. And that is part of the good Feng Shui of LA. Because having a landscape that is not always flat, but there are hills and there's flat like the valley, that actually creates better Feng Shui, and there will be more people drawn to it. And so in Feng Shui, we always look for where there are mountains and when there's water. And so think about, we have water, we have the ocean, and we have hills. So that's actually really good Feng Shui.
I just want to say this book, I got an awful lot from it. I really did. It made me think. And if something makes you think, then that's good. That's a good positive. And if people wanted to get this book, and we've had a lot of interest in some of the promos that we've done, where people have expressed, they're looking forward and watching the show right now. We are on YouTube, we are on Facebook, and we also are on the radio. And we're on demand, so people can watch the show anytime they want. And it's a good thing. But how can people get this book?
Yeah,
Feng Shui Your Life is the name of it.
Yeah, Feng Shui Your Life. You can get it in the good bookstores. You can get it on Amazon. It's on Audible.
Oh, Amazon.
It's on Kindle. So it's everywhere in the world right now. And it became a global bestseller in my field. So
congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah. And the great thing is that, when people don't know how to really work with the energy of their home, because a lot of people, think, okay, I always have to change my mindset, to get things done, to get my goals happening. But, Feng Shui is an energy system from, the Chinese culture that's around for thousands of years. And it's only like the last 50 years that people start talking about it in the West. And you can kind of compare with acupuncture. Like think about, you want better energy, you want to relax in your body. They do acupuncture or Tai Chi or Qigong or yoga. But Feng Shui is really working with the energy of your space, the space where you live and sleep and work. And the book is really a beginner's guide to, how to work with your clutter. Well, how does it affect you? But also how you can, based on your birthday, there's an energy profile, and then you can download my free Mary Diamond app, where you can then look, where do you activate your success and money, your relationships, your health in your home. And it really is a very fast, easy read, but also it's very profound. And so a lot of celebrities are using this. I'm their Feng Shui master, but also, millions of people have already practiced this, and really with wonderful results, at least to feel more at ease and enjoy more your home. That's the first.
Wonderful. Marie, we have a caller for you. Caller, you're on the Sicilian Corner. You want to talk to Marie?
Yes. Hi, Marie. Hi, Mike.
Hello.
Speaking of California, I want to mention that Feng Shui is important in the outside also. And when I lived in California, I used to enjoy going to Golden State Park in San Francisco, to the Japanese garden.
Oh, sure.
Had you ever been there?
Yes, totally. Many times. I lived for a year in San Francisco. I know my way around.
Yes, it was so peaceful. And even though you're surrounded by the city, you just feel in balance, in harmony with nature, because everything was placed in such a manner to sort of promote that.
Yes.
You agree with that?
Yes, I do landscape Feng Shui. So I sometimes I'm asked for parks or gardens to really create that outdoor energy. And the Japanese garden is like where the pond needs to be, where the bridges are, where the images are, the statues are. That's all part of creating this harmony, because that's what ultimately we focus on. Yes, amazing that you know this.
Any other questions?
And you can tune it out. You can tune out the surrounding city, which is good.
Correct. Yes. And so I think, for example, Central Park has actually some really good Feng Shui in New York also. And that's why people are drawn there, and they're kind of tuning out a big city. So parks like in London, you have beautiful parks too. And that is actually really great feng shui to have parks and green and gardens in cities.
Outstanding.
Oh.
Outstanding.
Well,
Do you have, let me ask you a question, Carl. Do you have plants in your house when you can't?
Yes. I feel the live plants are very important in your house. And I live in a condo, but you can always grow in the winter just green plants, and it just cleans the air, and it just makes you feel like they need you and they're giving you something back. You're in harmony with this energy.
Wow.
Yeah, he's in tune. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Carla.
Okay, you're great. Thank you. Bye now.
We have some people writing in. Joanne Loisel, I purchased this book on Amazon, and I enjoy reading it very much. Roger Trudell is saying hello. Barbara Cody, who happens to be my girlfriend, is saying good morning, Marie. Nancy Patera DeMarco is also saying good morning. So we got the communications going back and forth. Here in the Boston area, we had a hotel that opened in 2008. It was called the Mandarin Oriental.
Yeah.
And it was considered to be one of the higher end hotels in the city of Boston, Lou.
Yep.
And they were going to have a feng shui master come and check it all out to make sure everything was cool. And they found that the front door.
Did he pass out when he got to Boston?
Well, at least we don't have as much smog as LA does. But anyway, that's a different story for another time.
There's a lot of chaos in this town.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah.
There is. That's what happens when you try to move traffic on streets that were created in the 1700s.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
But anyway, getting back to the Mandarin Oriental, the front door was placed incorrectly.
Yeah.
And they spent like $600,000 to make this correction before the feng shui master would. What is it, a blessing or what happened? Like, you're a feng shui master. How, if somebody called you, what exactly did they get? Like,
yeah. So, it depends, of course. Some people want to construct like a building or a house or a business. And then, of course, we go on the location and we look at what is the perfect angle of the door. That is why they probably changed the angle, because every angle creates a different, what we call, flow of energy. And it could be that the feng shui master, based on his calculations, because when you look at, I'm a traditional feng shui master, I'm trained in the old principles in Malaysia by my grandmaster. And so they really look at every angle, depending where and when you move into the space. And so we then help the architect and the interior designer to really make sure it's the most harmonious, not just for the building, but also for the people around them. So I don't know, of course, the situation there, but once then everything is constructed, then the opening of the space is very important. So we always say celebrate it. So celebrate that you do an opening, and we do that in the Western world. When we do that, like we do a celebration, but they do a special blessing.
Okay, it is a blessing. Okay,
yeah, it's a blessing typically for, I would say, based on their Chinese culture. Now, I'm a guest in the Chinese culture. So I would say, in the Western world, do a celebration with champagne and some nice toast. It would be lovely. But the whole point is, when people don't have to construct, but they have a home, I can go into the home and definitely change the colors or where we place things, or we position the furniture in such a way that people feel more spacious, people feel more in harmony, and they also attract better good luck. So we sometimes see people, they have really good energy, and then they move to another space and like their life kind of goes down, and it's like perhaps that home is really affecting them. And so, and we always say it's a subconscious level. Yeah, it's not on a conscious level, but we all know when we go to certain places, we're like, oh, this is such a great vibe. We don't know why. And then we go to other places like, oh, it's so heavy, I'm not coming back here. Right? So we all know it, but feng shui is the system, the energy system that kind of, uses principles and knowledge from the last thousands of years to really make sure that every space can have a good vibe.
What's the most common mistake Americans make in their home spaces? What are some of the real simple, low-hanging fruit of fixes that you usually make?
Well, I think the bedroom is most problematic actually for the Americans because they always put mirrors in the bedroom. Like the closets have mirrored glasses on. In Europe, you never see that. Now, when people have mirrors in their bedroom, it doubles the energy. But they say, oh, it becomes more spacious, but actually it doubles the people that are in it. And so there are some tests that have been done in China that have seen if, you have mirrors in the bedroom that people gain more easier weight, they have more inflammation and blood pressure goes up. So it's like you're doubling your energy. So at night, I suggest to people hang a curtain in front of it or put a screen in front of it. But during the day, you can open it, that's fine. And also a lot of problems with relationships. So when you're like single, you're like doubling you're alone. When you're with two, you're already doubling a partner. So you be careful for that. And then a lot of times people have too much electrical things around them at night, like their phone is too close, their tablet, the computer, the television is sometimes still on and they're still asleep. It all just creates a distortion of energy. And so I'm not even talking about electromagnetic field, but it's just like your brain can never calm down. And so that's a big mistake.
All right. Listen, we got to take a break and we're going to listen to some of our sponsors, and you can stay on with us because we haven't even got the tip of the iceberg yet, right? We got a lot to talk about, you and I, and our listeners know are getting a big kick out of this. And you know something? That's a wonderful thing. When you can bring up questions, that's wonderful. Louis, why don't we take a quick break and we'll be right back. Stay with us, Marie.
Ciao, this is Esther of You, Me, and Sicily. I want to talk to you about Tommy Amin and the great staff at Butcher Boy Market. Families, foodies, and home chefs come together at Butcher Boy to talk good food and create traditions. They offer the best in quality cuts of beef, pork, lamb, poultry, and restaurant-style steaks and chops. Produce? All of their produce is hand-selected to complement any meal or even to make it your main course. Their deli serves fresh roast beef, turkey, and beautiful imported Italian cold cuts, cheeses, and antipasto. And don't forget the Butcher Boy Bakery, featuring sweet delectables from all over the state, as well as their very own bakery. That's Butcher Boy, where the secret to a great steak is, of course, the steak. Located at 1077 Osgood Street in North Andover, Massachusetts, in the Butcher Boy Plaza. Ciao!
This is David from the Sicilian Corner. You know, Mike, Tom, and I love to go to Salisbury Beach, but we love different things and can never agree where to go. Tom likes the casual family-style dining with the great Italian cuisine, Capri's seaside Italian kitchen and pizzeria. Me? I love the elegant romantic vibe Sea Glass with the amazing view and terrific menu, with prices that make it the place you want to visit each and every week. Mike loves a drink in his hand and a cool ocean breeze right off the surf and the rhythms of a cooler reggae band. We all know Mike loves Bob Marley tunes at Surfside. Who doesn't love a great show? National acts, comedy, regional favorites, and the beautiful and intimate Blue Ocean Concert Hall. Lucky for us, Atlantic Hospitality is the host of all of these great places, and they treat everyone like they are Mike Lamazzo. Best of all, we never have to choose. Park the car once and all this fun is right at your fingertips. You can have it all in the heart of Salisbury Beach. Find out all the ways you can have a great night at Salisbury Beach at NorthshorePavilion.com. And Mike, Tom, and I will see you there.
This is Tom Zappala. Located in the heart of downtown Haverhill, the Haverhill Beef Company is a full-service, old-fashioned butcher shop and meat market that continues to be a valued family tradition since 1952. Peter and Monica Carboni's Haverhill Beef offers individualized service from an outstanding selection of marinated sirloin tips, homemade sausage, marinated chicken, and thick, juicy Chairman Reserve steaks. Your family deserves the best, so call Peter at 978-374-4795 or visit their website at www.haverhillbeef.com.
When you dine at Ristorante Melisse in Amesbury, Massachusetts, you feel at home while enjoying an authentic Italian dining experience not to be forgotten. From the appetizer to dessert, you won't regret your choice. Bring your cravings and appetites. They promise you won't leave hungry or without leftovers for the next day. Takeout and catering are also available. Give them a call or visit them online for the menu, online ordering, and reservations. RistoranteMelisse.com. That's RistoranteMolise.com. Or call 978-388-4844. Restaurante Melisse, where you're treated like family.
Hi, this is Mike, and I would like to tell you about the Deborah Care Law Offices, a firm that is focused on estate planning, probate, trust administration, and elder law issues. You will feel comfortable discussing important issues concerning both you and your loved ones, as well as having the information you need to make an informed decision about your family's future. How do I know? Because I'm a client of Dan Deborah Care. If you want to have peace of mind knowing that your loved ones are protected, call Deborah Care Law Offices today. In Massachusetts, 978-686-4645. In New Hampshire, 603-894-4141. With a commitment to excellence, Colizzi Memorials is dedicated to helping families capture the spirit of their loved ones by building beautiful, lasting tributes that will endure the test of time. Trust Colizzi Memorials to build a personalized tribute that would reflect your loved one's life forever. That's Colizzi Memorials, 217 Merrimack Street, Methuen, Massachusetts. Telephone number 978-674-7035. 978-674-7035.
At Catadella Funeral Home, we reinvest in our business to provide your family with the best facilities. It begins with a beautifully landscaped exterior, parking for 250 vehicles, and a comfortable and inviting access to our renovated interior. Funerals can be costly, so you should review and compare plans to make sure you receive services that are fairly priced. I invite you to experience the Catadella difference in cost, facility, and service.
Catadella's honoring and celebrating the lives of the people we loved, providing exceptional care since 1929.
Italian artisan cuisine combines simple, fresh ingredients with time-honored preparation to create an incredible culinary experience. At Tuscan Kitchen, located in Salem's historic Depot District, talented chefs prepare everything in-house from scratch for all to see. Guests enjoy their meal literally in our kitchen as food is prepared right in front of you. Wood ovens burn from morning till night, roasting vegetables, baking bread, and firing delightful thin-crust pizzas. Prime steaks are seared on a wood grill. A rotisserie slowly roasts marinated whole chickens and lamb, while a pasta maker creates fresh fettuccine. More than just artisan cuisine, Tuscan Kitchen features the wine bar, live entertainment, weekly wine tastings, and elegant private dining and event space. Call 603-952-4875 or visit TuscanKitchen.com to make a reservation and learn more about the culinary adventure that awaits. In Italy, cooking is an art form. Tuscan Kitchen. Experience artisan Italian.
Orthopedics Northeast and Essex Orthopedics have joined forces as Mobility Bone and Joint Institute to bring improved access and outstanding medical care. While our name has changed, our dedication to exceptional care remains the same as it has for the past 30 years. Same location, 16 Pelham Road, Salem, New Hampshire.
This is Cindy.
And Mike Kunstler.
Owners and operators of Four Oaks Country Club and Grazie Italian Restaurant in Drake, Massachusetts.
Grazie Italian Restaurant is the hidden gem of the Merrimack Valley.
Why is that?
We have an incredible chef, Oscar Figueroa.
In the words of local famous chef and restaurant owner Lydia Shire,
Oscar thrives on hard work.
He is capable and gifted.
No one makes better food. Scallops, seared to perfection.
House-made ravioli with farm-fresh local corn.
And buttery tender Lazy Man's lobster, just to name a few.
You have to come experience Grazie Italian Restaurant for yourself.
Grazie Italian Restaurant, located at Four Oaks Country Club, 80 Meadow Creek Drive in Drake, Massachusetts. Hope to see you soon.
And we are back. Marie Diamond is our special guest, and she just wrote, her latest book is Feng Shui Your Life. And I'll tell you, I got an awful lot out of this, and I hope you take a look at it. I know you're going to enjoy it. Marie, what exactly is Feng Shui?
Well, Feng Shui is an energy system that is around for thousands of years. And you have to really think it's like we all know how important our home is. but we don't always stand still with the energy of our space. And so in a house, you should thrive. You should have happy relationships. You should have great health. You should feel inspired. You should attract good luck. So Feng Shui is really an energy system that helps you by placing the right colors, the right images, building it the right way so the sun can really come into your space so that you feel really at home and you feel you're thriving there. And so this is an ancient system that has been around, but is only since the 1980s, and actually the first information started coming into it from San Francisco, as a previous caller was talking about that. So, but now it's worldwide spread, and I am, known as one of the most renowned Feng Shui masters in that field now.
Absolutely. You mentioned about the mirrors, and I started to laugh because when my wife passed away, but when we were first married, maybe 2 or 3 years, Louis, I come home one day from work and she's got cloth over the mirrors in the bedroom.
Oh.
And I'm saying, what the heck is this? And she had started, somebody was teaching Feng Shui in our local area. And she went to a couple of our classes and she was covering the mirrors. And like you say about the closets being all mirrored. And that was a no-no. And that's the first time I really heard anybody tell me about Feng Shui.
Yeah.
Who started Feng Shui? Was it started by Chinese monks, or what's the beginning? Do you know?
Well, we don't really know, but I think it's more like Chinese shamans, people that were very in tune probably with energy. What we would call now people that are healers, in the modern context. So we don't really know, but we know that 2,500 years ago, the first texts were available.
How long?
2,500 years ago, the first texts were available. And the first ones that really practiced it were the emperors and their court. And so they would build their palaces. Even the Chinese wall was perfectly placed, and where they would put the towers on the Chinese wall to really support the reign, the emperor, the empire. So I would say that's the first time that we really know that really physically there were written texts about it. And they first talked always about how water would influence them. So think about Boston, where you are. It's a very beautiful harbor. It's a very good, I would say, outline of the harbor and how the city is set up. It becomes, therefore, a lucky area. And so there you will have a lot of merchants coming, a lot of wealth coming to that area. So there are certain areas like in Hong Kong or Monaco or even LA. So there's certain places where you have a perfect combination of landscape, and then they would build the places, their homes, in such a way that they would capture the view of that good luck energy. And so that's actually how they started. And now there are a lot of principles, and it's really goes that far. We work with the compass, that every angle can have a different outcome for building up a space. So it's a very intrigued system now. But
I guess
your life is a practical, it's like having Marie Diamond by the hand in your home and start practicing it.
We have a question.
Well, Roger's on the line, but let's do Barbara's question because I'm fascinated by this.
Dame Marie, so enjoying the show. Looking forward to reading your book. How does Feng Shui play a part in relationships?
Yeah. So I always say, you have to look at your home like it's like a vision board. Everything around you affects you subconsciously. So when people are single and they want to really attract a partner, then I always say, look around you. What are the images that are like solitary images around you? So you're almost like saying, yes, I'm okay with being single. So place pictures of your family in your family room. In your living room, place pictures of you and your partner in your bedroom, because that's where you anchor the energy, right? So, and also at your entrance, show the picture of the family that lives there. Tell the world how good your relationships are. Don't shy them away, because people are afraid of pictures now. And I love that. And I love that about the Italian. They have always their ancestors, They show the pictures like Italian restaurants. I saw a lot of beautiful publicity about that. But that family life, show that you have a happy family.
Be positive. That's eliminate the negativity and think positive. Andy Parisi is just saying hello, and he just said to say hi, and it's also his birthday, so we'll give him
Happy birthday.
We have another caller for you. Caller, you're on the air.
Good morning, Mike and Marie.
Hi,
Roger.
Roger, how are you?
I'm doing well. It's a little wet out there, but hey, that's life. In my early career, I was a home builder, and what I'm hearing, most of the talk today is about interior. Can land have bad feng shui? Is that a criteria for, or does that set the tone for what can go on inside or should go on inside? And if it can affect it, how would you counteract that based on a particular piece of property?
All right. We're gonna
I didn't hear the question completely. Like what I need to counter.
Roger,
I had trouble understanding that.
I think, Marie, just in general, we talk about land and feng shui. You talked about it a little with California with the hills and stuff.
Yes.
You're doing landscaping and you're working around your home.
Landscape. Yes.
Thanks, Roger, by the way.
So so thank you for the question. So what you first of all need to, like if you have a plot of land, I always say to people, make sure you put the house like in the middle of the land, but a little bit towards the front, like 1/3 of the plot. So you have some space behind you. So don't put it like on the left side of your plot of land or the right side. So just put it like in the center, because that's like stronger. And then, of course, what we always love is a lot of people want to have a view, right? But you need to understand that sometimes the view is like a view on a valley or a view on a mountain. So the best is to see from your, the places where you are living or your family room, to see the mountains, because mountains are always supporting you. Yeah. So it's always better to have mountains behind you and water in front of you. So to have water behind you is actually not considered very lucky if you have it behind your house. And so you see a lot of times people like here in LA and perhaps also in the East Coast, people want to see their the ocean literally in the back, right? But actually that is not considered so lucky in feng shui.
Well, you know something, Roger, that was a great question. Thank you. Just to follow up on what Roger had to say, interior decorators, do they come to you for help when they're designing the inside of a house?
Yes, they do. But also the owners, they sometimes also know that, the interior designers are not always knowing enough about feng shui. So then they bring me together with the interior designers. But, I have a lot of interior designers have done their certification with me, so that they already know what they need to do to really harmonize, because sometimes things are trendy in interior design, but are not always good feng shui.
I was reading in your book that when you were a teenager, and you had a little bit of a tough go at it at the beginning. Feng shui really helped you. Could you elaborate a little bit on that?
Yeah, so I was, a teenager. I was very bullied at school. And so I was actually in a space that I was on the north side of the house. There was almost no sunlight coming in. And so then, and it was like, the room was like the room of my sister. So like everything was still there from my sister. So when then I really wanted to change my direction of life, I literally changed my direction. I went to the west side. And
How old were you?
I was 15. Yes.
15. Okay.
Yeah. And so because somebody told me that this would be helpful for my feng shui, and I changed to the west side where there's sunlight coming in, and I felt much more happier. And I designed my space, and I brought in some more wonderful colors. And so sometimes people are too monotone in their space, especially in their bedroom. So earth colors, like, a lot of girls know that they bring pink in. That's a really good color. Yellows, oranges, peaches. So warm earth colors are really good for your feng shui. And you try to avoid in bedrooms greens, because that is just not good for your sleep, and blues because it's too much a water element, and too much reds because then you're too much on alert all the time. So work with warm earth tones. And so by changing things around, I became a much happier child, and my bullies stopped bullying me.
And everything worked out. You felt a big change in your life from that point on, correct?
Yeah, and that's why I kept going, learning about this. Yeah.
Well, this ties into the secret, right? Because you started putting out different energy, and that stopped the bullying.
Exactly.
It did. Yes, that is correct. Whatever around you is affecting what's happening in your life.
You know, internationally, you have over 1 million students, whether you dealt with them in person or through your online courses. How would people, if they want to pursue this conversation a little bit further, how would they be able to get your online courses?
Well, they go to the website mariediamond.com. And of course, they can go to my Instagram, Marie Diamond Official. And there's in the bio, there's also clicks to all the courses. And there's also wonderful tutorials every few days on the Instagram that they learn more, like little tips and tricks how to create great feng shui.
What's the contrast? What's the difference between Marie Diamond's feng shui and some of the others that are out there?
Well, I work a lot with colors because colors are such a vibrational field. And so, that is really a key point for me. But I also bring it really together with the law of attraction, as I was in The Secret. So really how your home has a mindset that you have created with everything around it. And so how to change that, and how to change the mindset in yourself. So it's really more holistic, I think, than what most people talk about.
My favorite colors are probably very contrasting, because I love blue, as you can tell.
Yeah.
And I also like red. And they're totally polar opposite. But I love blue. I find it very soothing.
Yeah.
I have a blue.
Well, I chose this morning, I tuned into you and I said, what is the color that they need? And so I put my blue shirt on for you.
I noticed that. That's where I was going. I was going with this.
I was intuitively, because normally I do red, but I felt blue was better for this. And now we're matching.
Okay. You got my message this morning. We're wearing blue. Listen, we need to take one more break. Then we come back. We have a few minutes left. I'm enjoying this, but we could talk I could tell by the audience participation, he tried to say, that everybody's enjoying this. So we could make it 3 hours and we wouldn't even touch anything. But we'll be right back. We're going to take a break, everybody, and then we'll come back with Marie.
Ciao, this is Esther of You, Me, and Sicily. I want to talk to you about Tommy Amin and the great staff at Butcher Boy Market. Families, foodies, and home chefs come together at Butcher Boy to talk good food and create traditions. They offer the best in quality cuts of beef, pork, lamb, poultry, and restaurant-style steaks and chops. Produce? All of their produce is hand-selected to complement any meal or even to make it your main course. Their deli serves fresh roast beef, turkey, and beautiful imported Italian cold cuts, cheeses, and antipasto. And don't forget the Butcher Boy Bakery, featuring sweet delectables from all over the state, as well as their very own bakery. That's Butcher Boy, where the secret to a great steak is, of course, the steak. Located at 1077 Osgood Street in North Andover, Massachusetts, in the Butcher Boy Plaza. Ciao!
This is David from the Sicilian Corner. Mike, Tom, and I love to go to Salisbury Beach, but we love different things and can never agree where to go. Tom likes the casual family-style dining with the great Italian cuisine, Capri's Seaside Italian Kitchen and Pizzeria. Me? I love the elegant romantic vibes Sea Glass with the amazing view and terrific menu, with prices that make it the place you want to visit each and every week. Mike loves a drink in his hand and a cool ocean breeze right off the surf and the rhythms of a cooler reggae band. We all know Mike loves Bob Marley tunes at Surfside. Who doesn't love a great show? National acts, comedy, regional favorites in the beautiful and intimate Blue Ocean Concert Hall. Lucky for us, Atlantic Hospitality is the host of all of these great places, and they treat everyone like they are Mike Lamazzo. Best of all, we never have to choose. Park the car once and all this fun is right at your fingertips. You can have it all in the heart of Salisbury Beach. Find out all the ways you can have a great night at Salisbury Beach at northshorepavilion.com. And Mike, Tom, and I will see you there.
This is Tom Zappala. Located in the heart of downtown Haverhill, the Haverhill Beef Company is a full-service, old-fashioned butcher shop and meat market that continues to be a valued family tradition since 1952. Peter and Monica Carboni's Haverhill Beef offers individualized service from an outstanding selection of marinated sirloin tips, homemade sausage, marinated chicken, and thick, juicy Chairman Reserve steaks. Your family deserves the best, so call Peter at 978-374-4795 or visit their website at www.haverhillbeef.com.
Sisters and co-owners Antoinetta and Elisa brought their family authentic Italian recipes from Molise, Italy, and a warm and welcoming dining experience to its customers at Ristorante Molise. The combination of their meals made from natural, homemade, fresh ingredients, and your time with family and friends together at dinner time is unmatched. Located in Market Square in the heart of Amesbury, they're open for dinner Tuesday through Sunday from 3 to 9 p.m. and are available for private parties during off hours. For reservations, call them at 978-388-4844. That's 978-388-4844.
Hi, this is Mike, and I would like to tell you about the Deborah Care Law Offices, a firm that is focused on estate planning, probate, trust administration, and elder law issues. You will feel comfortable discussing important issues concerning both you and your loved ones, as well as having the information you need to make an informed decision about your family's future. How do I know? Because I'm a client of Dan Deborah Care. If you want to have peace of mind knowing that your loved ones are protected, call Deborah Care Law Offices today. In Massachusetts, 978-686-4645. In New Hampshire, 603-894-4141. With a commitment to excellence, Colizzi Memorials is dedicated to helping families capture the spirit of their loved ones by building beautiful, lasting tributes that will endure the test of time. Trust Colizzi Memorials to build a personalized tribute that would reflect your loved one's life forever. That's Colizzi Memorials, 217 Merrimack Street, Methuen, Massachusetts. Telephone number 978-674-7035. 978-674-7035.
At Catadella Funeral Home, we reinvest in our business to provide your family with the best facilities. It begins with a beautifully landscaped exterior, parking for 250 vehicles, and a comfortable and inviting access to our renovated interior. Funerals can be costly, so you should review and compare plans to make sure you receive services that are fairly priced. I invite you to experience the Catadella difference in cost, facility, and service.
Catadella's honoring and celebrating the lives of the people we loved, providing exceptional care since 1929.
Italian artisan cuisine combines simple, fresh ingredients with time-honored preparation to create an incredible culinary experience. At Tuscan Kitchen, located in Salem's historic Depot District, talented chefs prepare everything in-house from scratch for all to see. Guests enjoy their meal literally in our kitchen as food is prepared right in front of you. Wood ovens burn from morning till night, roasting vegetables, baking bread, and firing delightful thin-crust pizzas. Prime steaks are seared on a wood grill. A rotisserie slowly roasts marinated whole chickens and lamb, while a pasta maker creates fresh fettuccine. More than just artisan cuisine, Tuscan Kitchen features the wine bar, live entertainment, weekly wine tastings, and elegant private dining and event space. Call 603-952-4875 or visit TuscanKitchen.com to make a reservation and learn more about the culinary adventure that awaits. In Italy, cooking is an art form. Tuscan Kitchen. Experience artisan Italian.
Orthopedics Northeast and Essex Orthopedics have joined forces as Mobility Bone and Joint Institute to bring improved access and outstanding medical care. While our name has changed, our dedication to exceptional care remains the same as it has for the past 30 years. Same location, 16 Pelham Road, Salem, New Hampshire.
This is Cindy,
And Mike Kunstler.
owners and operators of Four Oaks Country Club and Grazie Italian Restaurant in Drake, Massachusetts.
Grazie Italian Restaurant is the hidden gem of the Merrimack Valley.
Why is that?
We have an incredible chef, Oscar Figueroa.
In the words of local famous chef and restaurant owner Lydia Shire,
Oscar thrives on hard work,
He is capable and gifted.
No one makes better food. Scallops, seared to perfection.
House-made ravioli with farm-fresh local corn.
And buttery, tender, lazy man's lobster, just to name a few.
You have to come experience Grazie Italian Restaurant for yourself.
Grazie Italian Restaurant, located at Four Oaks Country Club, 80 Meadow Creek Drive in Dracut, Massachusetts. Hope to see you soon.
And we are back. Marie Diamond, author, is on with the line with us, and we're having some good conversation. And this show has really created quite a bit of interest. I know people have been trying to get through. Unfortunately, we can only take so many calls. But I just want to say, Marie, one thing bothered me about your book. Are you ready?
Here we go.
Yes, totally.
All right. On page 36, you have the personal energy number.
Yes.
Yeah. But Lou, you know where she started it at?
Where?
The year 1950.
Uh-oh.
How about somebody like me, 1945? What am I? What am I, left out in the cold?
You got
What's the
left
story?
out, Mikey.
I never realized how old I was. I didn't even make a chart. Marie, this hurts. I'm hurt, honey.
Yes, but they can go to the app, the Marie Diamond app, and there you can go till 90-10. So you're good there. we had to kind of do less on the book because of pages, but
I understand.
I apologize for that.
I'm just kidding around with you. You know that. You've had over 1 million people once again, and I was looking at some of the names, Hollywood celebrities, CEOs of big companies, sports. I mean, 1 million people. That's I mean, how do you feel about something like that? You're making their lives better. Some of the testimonials. I hope when people get this book, take your time to look at what people are writing about what you have done. It's incredible. It really is. You've reached the lives of an awful lot of people.
Yeah, and there's probably much more, as in the sense that like now I'm talking to your audience, and so I've been on the road for the last 30 years, giving so much messages. But these are online students and physical people that have been in my classes. So the great thing is I'm so loving teaching this information, and I love that people see results in their life. I have a great passion for people, and I want people to thrive and be happy. And so this is my way of giving back to the world.
I can tell by that smile, this is not a job for you.
No, it's not.
No, I can tell that a mile away. The crystals. Can you just talk briefly about crystals and how they come into play?
Yeah. So, one of the elements we want to activate is earth elements. And earth elements is represented by crystals or rocks, for example, in a garden. And so a lot of people are not grounded anymore. I mean, there's so much in their mind, they're thinking all the time, they're worried. So crystals are like something that comes from the deep of the earth and has a lot of energy that just can ground us ourselves a little more, that create a bit more harmony. And so there's certain places where we can put crystals that are more effective. So, for example, somebody was asking about love and romance. So if you, for example, have a rose quartz crystal, then you can place it in, for example, next to your bed on the nightstands. That kind of always gives more a warming and calming and loving energy around you. People that really want to have more intuition and have more clarity in their mind, I would suggest an amethyst, and then put that, for example, on your desk. Because then it's like it helps you energetically, because everything has a vibrational field, and crystals hold that vibration very long. Right. And so, but regularly you need to wash your crystals though, and you need to put them outside in the sunlight so they kind of reactivate themselves. So this is a way to work with it, because again, to just feel calmer and more in harmony with yourself and the world around you. Well, I mean, I'm amazed. It's some of the things that I was reading about in your book. And some of it I really grasp, and some things I kind of look and say, really? But that's good. That's good. Like working. Yes. And also, understand that take what you feel works for you. right? Take out of the book what resonates with you, because even if you change one thing, your life will start going in a good direction. So it's not that you have to practice everything, but I would definitely suggest people to look at their personal energy number, because that is very accurate, very fast working. And so for you, I need to give you your number probably and what you need to do. But
Yeah,
as it's not, it's on the app.
It's called old.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, but it's actually, you can go to the free Mary Diamond app, and so that information is all there also. So they just go to the app stores, put in Mary Diamond, and they see my app.
What would you like to accomplish in the next 5 years?
Well, from this year on, I really made the decision to go really in mainstream. And so that's also one of the reasons I came back to the US, because I lived for a long time in south of France. And so, like, I have a TV show coming up in one of the major networks where I go in people's homes to show this.
Congratulations.
Thank
Wow.
you. Yeah. And so for me, it's really to go mainstream so that people, that's why I'm also here with you, talking about the book. And so to making sure that people see like, oh, there's an alternative. I can make my home more in harmony, can make it more peaceful, because now people don't only live in a house, they work also in their house. Yeah. So and they have their children and their social lives. So, most houses right now are a little bit chaotic. And so I need to, kind of help them a little bit how to move forward.
You made reference to money frogs.
Yeah.
With a coin. Where did that come from? And I mean,
Well,
I just found that, I said, money frogs. And I have a statue of a couple of frogs.
Yeah.
I don't have a coin in them. I don't have a gold coin, but that's supposed to bring good luck. Is that my understanding?
Yeah, it's a traditional Chinese popular Feng Shui item that, like in the Western world, we believe that frogs can, if you kiss them, you get a prince. But, in China, they believe that it gives you money luck. So it's just like a little symbol, right, that people love to have. You don't have to have it. It's just like people always ask me where to put the money frog. And so you put the money frog at your entrance. So that's like when people come in, you kind of tell, I welcome your money.
Have you studied in China, Marie?
No, I studied in Malaysia. So my grandmaster was a grandmaster from China, but that had moved out of China into Malaysia. So, but he was also a tycoon. He was a very wealthy businessman that at 60 decided to give back and to teach people Feng Shui for what he had learned over the years. And he was from a long line of Feng Shui masters.
Also in your book, you talk about using lavender spray. And I do every single morning. I first thing I do when I wake up in the morning, in my TV room, I have this spray of lavender, and I just love it. I've been doing it for years. I mean, I just absolutely love it. And what that does is it purifies, or
it purifies, it calms. Like our grandmothers knew that. They put like little lavender bags in the closet, so when we open the closet, we'll feel fresh. But it also calms your vibration. So you do it in the morning. This is probably not a lot of people know that. Now you just revealed that secret. Well, but it's also good when you go to sleep. So to just put like a little spray, like an hour or a half hour before you go to sleep, people sleep better because you calm your nervous system.
Louis, my Nana Messina, God bless her soul, she would get orange skins or tangerine skins. And back then they all had the big black stoves, the top. And she would get the skins and put it in the back burner, and just to get that aroma in the house. And it was such a homey feeling. It smelled so good. So basically I'm doing it with lavender. Nana Messina did it with tangerine skins. So something. Joanne Loisel is saying, I spray lavender every night before I go to sleep. So she's mirroring what you just said.
Yeah. So, I would say our ancestors knew more about the sense, the senses that really help us to feel good. And indeed, orange essential oils, for example, when people feel a little bit lonely. And I always say spray or work with some orange essential oil because you feel like more at home, you feel like more surrounded with love. And so that's what your Nana did.
Okay,
Wow.
so what can we do this weekend? All right, we're going to cover our mirrors. We're going to spray some lavender around, maybe get a crystal or two. What are some of the other real quick hits that you see that almost everyone can benefit from?
Well, they can also start decluttering because, when we go
Huge
to our
key,
home, it is, it's chaos in most people's homes. And so go through your home and even like look at your home with other eyes, like the eyes of, I say, aware eyes, like, oh, this is something that needs to be repaired for so long and I never attended to it. Or there's like dead flowers there. Like, I'm not in a funeral home, right? So just release that. And like, oh, open a closet, like, yeah, I could reorganize that. So the more you go in to create like a positive feeling in your house, the better it is. And you all can start with decluttering your bedroom because that's the first I would love you to go, because sleeping well makes your day better.
Well, we're up against the clock. Again, I just want to say it's a pleasure.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure. You, me, and Sicily. That's Estevada. She does a show from Sicily for us at the first Friday of each month. She said to say hello. So
Okay,
and she follows you. I mean, she knew all about you the other day. We were communicating, and she knew more about you than I did. But anyway,
well, I have to say, Italy is one of my favorite places in the world. I lived in South America, so every week I was in Italy.
All right. Listen, Marie, God bless. Thank you so much. It's
Thanks
a
so
pleasure.
much.
Best of luck to you. I hope we can get you back on someday.
I would love that. Thank
Really, you're a delight. You're a delight, hon. Keep doing what you're doing. You're making a difference. Thank you, everybody. Next week, Estevada is going to be on with us, and we're going to do our show. It'll be all about Sicily, Carnival, Mardi Gras. We're going to have a good time.
Nice.
All right. Take care, everybody. Ciao.